This is one of the most magical places that you can experience more softness right away, is just by changing the way that you're holding your body, changing the way you're moving through space. All right, here we are. We've upgraded from the closet. We are now in my bedroom and it's quiet outside. It's the weekend, there's no construction going on, and I can make a YouTube video for you. So the first topic I want to bring you is softness, how to create more softness in your life. And we're going to address it in this video from a very specific angle. We're going to address it from how to experience softness through our body. So I'm a feminine embodiment coach. I'm the creator of the feminine wholeness method, and I believe that the body and feminine energy is the doorway where we can experience so many different states of consciousness, so many different ways of being and showing up in the world as the women we really are created to be. Luminous, glamorous, alive, delightful, joyful, sexy, goofy, smart, all the things, we get there through our body. So softness, if you want to experience more softness in your life, I want you to do these 3 things. These 3 things every single day will help you cultivate that sense of tenderness, gentleness, ease. And I think what we really are after when we say we want a soft life is we want a life with more grace, more easefulness, more pleasure, more spaciousness. So if you want that, then stick around, because I'm gonna give you some tips to help you achieve that. Not a week from now, not a year from now, but right now, today. So my philosophy is we want to work with the things, the mundane things we do all the time. Instead of waiting for a retreat to feel better or a ritual that we can do once a week or once a month, I want you to be able to start accessing your states of wholeness from the things you do every single day. And what it is that you do the most of all is breath. So to access softness through the breath is where we're going to begin. This is your first tip. And we experience more softness when we breathe with love. This is a specific breathing practice I love to teach my students, and I practice every single day. And here's the gist of it. You're going to linger a little bit longer at the top of your inhale and the bottom of your exhale. And you're going to imagine that your heart is doing the breathing. So we're going to soften the edges around the inhale and the exhale. And you can even bring a little wiggle to your body if that feels good. You can bring a smile to your face. And you're just gonna consciously breathe like this, breathing with love, softening the edges of your inhale and exhale, lingering a little bit longer at the top of your in-breath and the bottom of your out-breath. And imagine your heart is feeling so good right now. It's so filled with love and it is breathing for you. Imagine your heartbeat is doing the breathing in every breath. The next thing I want you to do is bring consciousness to how you hold yourself, your posture. This is one of the most magical places that you can experience more softness right away, is just by changing the way that you're holding your body, changing the way you're moving through space. This is the heart of embodiment, that we get to use our body to shift our mood, that we actually get to inhabit our bodies and fully be here in a way that expresses what we really want to express inside. So if I want to express and experience softness, then I'm going to consciously sit in a way that welcomes that in. So a practice I teach my students in the Feminine Wholeness Method is the soft eyes practice. And what it is a softer gaze. And so you may notice in times of stress, in times of overwhelm, in times of super duper focus, where you feel super up in your head, you are hyper leaned in, hyper focused. Your eyes might be squinted and you're probably jetting your neck forward and you're probably straining a little bit. You might even be like this in your chair. If you ever notice you're in Zoom calls and you're like, why does my neck hurt so bad? It's like you're on the edge of your seat and you're really trying to focus and you're like just like that. especially if you're a teacher, if you're a coach, you know what that's like. And if you're on a date, maybe if you're a little stressed and you're a little tense, like maybe you find yourself just leaning in and you really are trying to seek approval. You're trying to show that you're engaged, show that you're interested, but gosh, it's a lot of work and it's exhausting. So in all these different situations, maybe even at the dinner table with your family, you find yourself just tense and you're leaning forward and you're hyper fixated on what's going on. Is everyone happy? Does everyone have what they need? Can I relax and eat now? So all of these experiences aren't really the soft experience we really want. Let me teach you what you can do, a simple trick to invite in more softness. And all you're gonna do is lean back a little bit. You're gonna keep your heart open, or you're gonna relax back into your chair, and you're gonna practice a soft eyes presence. A soft eyes presence means you allow everything to come to you. You don't need to fixate on anything. You don't need to focus on anything in particular. You're just being here, curious, like with your whole presence. And there's an openness to you, and there's an openness to your gaze. And so you can practice that by bringing your hands out to the sides and just noticing your periphery. Your fingers are wiggling. And if you can see your fingers, then you know you're in open focus. And this automatically relaxes the nervous system. It actually stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, so you naturally drop into a softer way of being. Pretty cool, huh? So we have breathing with love. We have the soft eyes practice where you're just being here. You get to show up here. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to change anybody. You just get to be here with your presence, with your soft eyes, with breathing with love, and enjoying the moment. So those are the two key embodiment practices I want you to do every single day to experience more softness. And the third practice, let me tell you, I'll be honest, it's not as easy as the first two, but it's absolutely crucial. And here's what it is. It's forgiveness. It's forgiveness. It's forgiveness. It's a forgiveness practice to forgive yourself and to forgive anyone else you have resentment about, bitterness over. Like, we cannot experience softness in our life if we're holding on to these things. And I know it's so hard, and forgiveness is one of those things. It's like, but how do I do it? How do I actually forgive this person? What if I need to hold on? What if I want to hold on? Well, that's entirely up to you. I'm just telling you, if you want a soft life, then we can't do it with a closed off, hardened heart. And so forgiveness is the way. And you can do that in any number of ways. It can just start with hands over heart saying, I am willing to forgive. I am willing to forgive myself. I am willing to forgive all the people. I am willing to forgive this or that. And you can make a list if you want to. You know what to do. Forgiveness. We started learning about forgiveness since the time we were kindergartners, but it's something we need to practice, and especially if we want a softness in our life, a softer way of being in the world, because it doesn't matter how many tricks we have up our sleeves, how many feminine energy practices and all of that, if we are walking around with a closed off, armor, shut down, frozen heart, right? Okay. So those are the 3 tips I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Morgan Day Cecil, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What videos would you love me to make? I am super excited about sharing with you the delightful world of feminine wholeness and bringing to you my area of expertise, which is feminine embodiment, feminine energy, feminine archetypes, feminine spirituality, all the things. I want you to fall in love with being a woman, and you don't have to be perfect first. Never, ever, actually, not first, not last. You never have to be perfect in order to start experiencing the delight and the power that's waiting for you from your wholeness. So great being with you. Practice those softness tips, and